Okay, let's take a look at number 4 on section 8.1. It says claim the mean pulse rate in beats per minute of adult males is equal to 69 beats per minute. For a random sample of 154 adult males, the mean pulse rate is 69.5 beats per minute and the standard deviation is 11.4 beats per minute. Find the value of the test statistics. So even though this is just asking for the test statistic, I'm still going to go through the first 5 steps of the hypothesis test, mostly because you're going to need all of that later on and it'll get you familiar with it. So make sure you're familiar with these steps. You're going to write the claim, write the opposite of the claim, and then identify the null and the alternative hypothesis, and then use the level of significance and the curve and figure out if it's left, right, or two-tailed. And then step 5 is where you calculate the test statistic using either these formulas or your technology. So let's go back. My claim is the mean pulse rates of adult males is equal to 69 beats per minute. So I'm talking about mean. So my first step is to write the claim. The mean is equal to 69 beats per minute. So step 2 is write the opposite of that, which would be my mean is not equal to 69 beats per minute. And then step 3 is identify which one is the null and which one is the alternative hypothesis. Remember, the null is always the one with the equals. Whether it's strictly equals or greater than or equals or less than or equals, you change it to just equals. And the alternative is either going to have a not equal to sign, a less than, or a greater than. So our number 2 is our alternative hypothesis. And then I'm just going to put a star by which one was our original claim. So our null is our original claim. Now we're not going to need this for this problem, but it's just a good habit to get into because you will need it later on. This helps you draw your conclusion when you're doing the whole hypothesis test. So I'm actually going to skip step 4 here because we really don't need it. I'm going to go on to step 5, which is find the test statistic. And we're dealing with a mean here, which we have 2 options. We can use the student t or the normal z. The student t is if it gives you sample statistics, not population statistics, which in this case it does. So when I look at my problem, it's given me the sample size is 154. So that's my N. The mean pulse rate of my sample, which is X bar, is 69.5. And the standard deviation of my sample is 11.4. So the formula I need to find my T test statistic is going to be X bar minus mu, so that it's my sample mean minus my population mean divided by the sample standard deviation divided by the square root of n. So filling all those calculations in, I'm going to have 69.5 minus my population mean was 69. That's from the claim. Divided by 11.4 divided by the square root of 154. And then if I was punching this calculator, I'd put a parentheses around the whole bottom. So parentheses around your whole top divided by a parentheses around your whole bottom. So we've got 69.5 minus 69 divided by 11.4 divided by the square root of 154. And then move your parentheses out and put it around the whole bottom. So my T test statistics is 0.544. And they want 2 decimal places, so 0.54.